So anyhow, tonight I'm going to be doing a pour, and I'm going to use some house paint in two colors. This one is Fresh Tangerines and this one is Western Charcoal. And I'm going to use some Artist Loft paint, and I'm going to in Pthalo Blue and Pthalo Blue and Pthalo Green, and I'm going to use some Artist Loft paint in Parchment. But I can't find my own. Thank you for tweeting it, Amanda, because now I'll be able to get the link. For watching now. Awesome. Okay, so now I can read your comments as it's playing, hopefully. Okay. Buffering, it's already at 480. We're going to try this. I don't know how it's going to work. I can't do anything about my internet speed. If it buffers, the video will be up later. So I'm going to use some tangerine. And hopefully you can see it's pouring down the side. The thickness of it. And I'm going to use some Western Charcoal, which is like a dark charcoal brown color. Still buffering. Well, hopefully it won't buffer on the replay. That's why I don't go live. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe this paint off. Okay, so I have charcoal brown. I have Parchment. So that's tangerine. I have to look at this. Hi, MWB Arts. I'm trying to do a live stream. I'm not sure it's going to work because my internet's so slow. So I use tangerine, a charcoal color. This is Artist Loft, which is Parchment. I want quite a bit of that. Hi, Clarkster. And I'm going to mix up some turquoise using Pthalo Blue and Pthalo Green. And the first two colors that I did were, okay, I really don't need that much paint in there. It just came out, but oh well. I have the resolution like really low. It's like it's on 480. It's actually the area I live in. It's going to be a nice teal color. It might be YouTube, but it's just, I can't get a faster internet speed. So I have my colors here that I'm going to use. So I'm not using but 4 different colors: Parchment, Tangerine, Fresh Tangerines, and Western Charcoal. Now, Fresh Tangerines is actually Diamond brand or Glidden brand diamond paint. It's 100% acrylic. And I got these at Home Depot. They're $3 each. So that's a great price. Hi, Juliana. Oh, you're getting rain? That's nice. It's funny how some places get a lot of rain, some don't get very much at all. So I just added a little bit of water in there as I'm mentioning rain. And I'm just going to stir it. goes faster if you have a bigger stick. So this is house paint. It's pretty thick. You have to add some water to it. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the buffering. Okay, so people have asked about the thickness of the paint. It's it's runny. If you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's coming off like that. That's good. We'll do the other house paint. I might have made this too thin, so I might need to add some more paint in there. Just a little bit. That's okay, because I wanted the orange color anyway. Not necessarily a lot of the dark. So buffering. I'm not going to use any silicone tonight, Juliana. So I'm not going to use any silicone tonight. When you use silicone, you can't seal your painting afterward. So I don't know if you can see, that's the thickness of my paint. And so I'm not going to do that. I'm just actually going to pour without any silicone. And I'm going to put on some gloves. The idea here is to just let the paint flow on the canvas how it wants to. I mean, you can sometimes control a little bit, but you could do the same thing many times and it'll be the same result, a different result. It would help if I put my glove on correctly. Exactly, Juliana. You want your paint to flow. So, and if I don't get to your question, if you have a question, just type it below and I will answer it. But yes, you have to add water because the paint itself, I mean, it's not, that's some that dripped on the canvas. It's not going anywhere. So you have to add some water to make it a little bit more fluid. You can also add pouring medium. Like, I don't need to add pouring medium would make these run more because I'm just adding a more fluid substance to it. But in this case, I'm just going to add water. I don't have to add pouring medium. I could just add water. But if I use something like this, which is hi, Eric, which is very fluid. If I squirt it on my finger, or not, it's very fluid. It would drip. It's not thick. It's thinner than I want. So when it's thinner than I want, I have to thicken it, okay? Same thing if I use one of these. These are high flow acrylics by Glidden, or an acrylic ink. This is like almost like water. I have to thicken this up for my painting. So it depends on if I want to thicken or thin them. We're not using blue. No problem. You can ask all the questions. Awesome. So I'm adding water to my paint. You never want to add more water than the paint that's in your container. And that's a pretty turquoise color. Okay, I'm just checking. YouTube says the stream feed, it's good, so I don't know where the problem is. So I can kind of tell what y'all hear based on what I'm seeing on my phone, because I'm watching on my phone. Well, we're going to hope the blue and the tangerine don't turn to mud when they mix together. So I'm just mixing up my turquoise color, which is a combination of Phthalo Green and Pthalo Blue. I can't actually tell what part you guys are hearing and what you're not, so I added too much water to that one. How do I decide what color to put down first? So, in order for me to decide what color I want to put down first, I want to have probably some light space on my canvas, so I'm mixing two of these because one's going to go on the canvas. You just okay, density has to do with what paint goes first. Some paints are thicker than others. In this case, I'm using house paint and actual traditional acrylic paint. So it seems like the thinner my titanium white, which I normally use, is, the more likely I am to get cells. Oh yeah. Juliana, I got some samples of art resin, but I haven't used them yet. Well, Juliana, now's a great time to start. Oh yeah. I don't live in an isolated area. I live in a city, but there's so many people using the bandwidth in the city that guess what? They don't give you much upload speed. Yeah, I hope your mom's okay. Yeah, my mom passed away too, 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago now. It sucks. No problem. I don't mind if you're chatty. So this one is a little bit thicker. It's not flowing as well, so I'm going to put it on the, maybe a little bit more water, but one of them I'm going to put on the canvas and one of them I'm going to put in the pour. Okay, so now I'm ready to do my dirty pour flip cup. I need a bigger cup than that. I want to move this over here out of my way. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to answer your questions. So I'm just moving my paint to the side so it doesn't get extremely dirty. My tubes don't. I'm going to put this one to the side. And now I'm going to start. So I'm going to put some Parchment in first. It looks a little clumpy. Well, that's not good. I think it is clumpy. So I put Parchment in gosh. So after the parchment, I'm going to put some tangerine. Pour. I'm trying to pour. So the tangerine is floating on top of the parchment. Right away that tells me I have cells in that cup. I don't know if you can see. If you can see that, but there's cells trying to form in the cup with the tangerine. So then I'm going to add some brown, just a little bit. Okay, that's more than a little bit. You don't have to do it in your garage though. I mean, you can do it realistically in a house. It's not that bad as long as you use a drop cloth or some sort of container. Okay, so I added some more water to the blue. Oh yeah, y'all, there are cells in there. This is great. There are cells in this cup. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I hope so. Because if that's what it's going to look like on the canvas, it's going to be greenish, but we need some more parchment color in there then. So I'm not adding anything to this. This is just paint and water. And no, sometimes, Juliana, they don't react and it just sinks to the bottom. But I think this is because I'm using a combination of Artist Loft and house paint. That's what the difference is. Hopefully that's enough, but I'm going to coat the canvas anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So now I'm using the other cup of parchment to kind of put stuff on the side of the canvas. I'm spreading it out. Oops. Now I'm going to mist my canvas with some water. That'll help spread the paint. Y'all. Quiz time. Hi, Caitlin. I don't always get cells with Artist Loft, interestingly. But when I mix with house paint, there's house paint in some of it too. I do. Y'all know what? There's something I did not put in my paint, which I normally always put, and that's the GAC 800. That was a mistake on my part, so hopefully there's no cracking or crazing. There shouldn't be if it's just paint and water, I hope. But that's house paint, and it's reacting and giving me little cells. I'm just letting my paint sit anyway inside the cup, mixing up. It's going to be brown. I can already tell you that much. That's okay. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm mixing up some more Parchment. Just in case I need it. And I have an artist page on Facebook, Sarah Fezio -artist, where I'll be able to post the final pics because I won't be able to add them at the end of this video because it will just go straight to YouTube. No, actually, the house paint I use is Diamond brand, and it is 100% acrylic. Okay, so I think I've let it sit in there enough. I have got a little bit of extra paint poured in case I need it. Now here comes the dangerous part because, believe it or not, this will squirt at you. So I hope you guys don't miss this part and it doesn't cut out when I lift the top of the cup. And that's the inside of the cup. Oh my God, if it buffered when I lifted the cup, I'm going to be so angry. Okay, hopefully it didn't. I can't tell because I've got a delay on there's a delay on what I'm watching. Okay, so here's my paint on my canvas. I'm just now watching the part where y'all are seeing, oh, it buffered right when I lifted the cup. So I didn't move it. Okay, so I'm watching what you're seeing. This is my canvas with all the paint on it. And I haven't actually started pouring, and there's definitely cells in it. Oh, good. Y'all are saying what you see in it so y'all can see. Okay, so now comes the hard part. I've got to tilt it, and I have to tilt it in such a way that I like it. But there are cells in there, and I didn't add anything to this, which is awesome, because someone said, can you do it with just paint and water? And I'm like, yeah, you can, but now you have to do it where you don't lose your cells. There's something in there. There's a hair on my hand or in my paint or something. Ugh. Oh, look at that. Hey, Stephanie. So I have either blobs or those are blobs. I don't want those. I don't think I'm going to cover the whole canvas either, y'all. In this case. I actually, Amanda, I don't see much of the charcoal color at all. I see a lot of the turquoise, and I see the orange. The orange was a house paint. The brown was a house paint. The turquoise was not. But I don't see a lot of that black charcoal. But remember, I didn't put that much in. So I'm just going to add a little more parchment to the edges. Which the good thing about having your edges a certain color is that if you don't like them or they mess up, you can just easily paint over it. And I'm filling in where there's nothing on the canvas. It's really thick on here. Well, I didn't really pour any off, y'all. Basically, what you see is what you get. Hi, Jello. Hey, I can't get to where I... Hey, it looks really good on the video. Actually, I almost wish that this part was not on there. But look, all these cells in the middle. That just happened. That was not anything I added. Well, So I could try to cover the whole thing. Maybe I'll pour it over to this corner. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. And then I'll go back and I'll cover the corners with more paint as needed. So basically, I made all those cells. Maybe there's some charcoal down here, Amanda. Oh yeah, disable autofocus. I'm going to do that right now. Gosh. It is 480 and I just disabled auto focus. So that one. Thank you, Stephanie. I got all those cells, just paints and water. I didn't add anything to them. Now, just to refresh, if I use reds and formed a heart, ha ha. Stephanie, I used Diamond brand interior paint. Bye, Juliana. So Stephanie, I used Diamond paint by Glidden. It's 100% acrylic. So Diamond by Glidden, and because I wanted to vary it up, I also used Artist Loft paint. It's on sale at Michael's right now for $2.50 a tube. And yeah, I know, I wish I could get better signal. I might have to go to Jello's house. So anyhow, I'm going to leave the painting like that. And there's even some lacing, which are little cells down here. I wonder, where's my straw? I used my straw last night. It's covered with paint. Hold on. Okay. I'm not sure if I should blow that or not, but we're going to try. I don't think so. I kind of like it sharp like that. But there's no paint there, so I'm looking for bare spots on my canvas and just filling them in, like so. Okay, do you guys have any questions for anyone that's in here? Thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, you know, I don't know what it is, Stephanie. I mean, I don't have the fastest internet speed. I have the fastest I can get in a residence. And even I looked into business plans. They are only like 1 gig faster, or meg or whatever. They're only just slightly faster than what I have. Oh yeah, so if you're new, please make sure you subscribe, share. Yeah. I could try Jello. I could try to stop. You know what, Stephanie? That's what I was going for. I was going for an oxidized look, because if you look at like copper, and when it oxidizes, it's got that green look. I'd been looking for a green that would work, and I couldn't find one. The only thing is I did not add GAC 800 in this paint. So I sure hope it doesn't crack, because I have a video out on cracking because someone asked me about it, and I want to show you. Y'all get a sneak peek. That was paint and water. This is where your paint cracks. Hopefully you can see that. And I did a video on that. And so I hope that doesn't happen in this one. Hopefully not. But I'm just going to basically finish covering the edges. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Now it's not in focus. Maybe. I don't know. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out more of my videos. I put a link in the iCard to one of them, and I will see you guys later. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, guys. Lots of love. Bye.